Well, welcome back, you beautiful people. We are starting our next 1,000 days. We are sitting at roughly 2,100 as we start this episode. And, well, we've done some pretty crazy things. In the last 1,000 days, we finished our castle for the most part. We built an entire kingdom around it. We built this awesome zoo. I love this zoo so much. We still have a couple hostile mobs to get in this bad boy, but it's mostly done. We also erected an entire city. Oh my gosh, did that drain my brain quite a bit. We have just a couple more builds that we want to do just to get this thing started because we need a few more farms. And then we are going to go fighting. We are taking on the new trial chambers because this last couple episodes been a lot of building. Now, we are getting right into it because I am so freaking excited about a new fight. And I do not mean that sarcastically. I really need a good fight. I haven't really went fighting in quite a while. I've almost died several times, but not really to a fight. Anyways, we're going to whip up 3 quick farms here. Now, this one here, that's a moss farm. Also can be used for a bone meal if you just modify a few things. Now, the design is not mine. It was actually, I learned how to do it from basic redstone. I modified it a little bit, but it's still their design, so I'm giving the credit there. So we got that one done, which is going to be coming clutch because I got tired of going and just turning stone into moss. It was so annoying. But we also wanted to have a sniffer farm. Now, we have the sniffers over at the zoo, but that's just their habitat. These guys will actually produce pitcher pods and torch flowers for us. So yet another farm that I really want to use because, well, as we expand our empires, if you guys watched the last episode, we are planning to do some crazy stuff. We are going to be sprouting up new kingdoms all over the world, and one of those is heavily going to be involving flowers. I'm not going to spoil it, though. Speaking of which, the new tough blocks are absolutely amazing. Originally, the copper block was my favorite. Not anymore. The new tough block takes it. It's the winner. It's absolutely gorgeous. Every version of it. But yeah, anyways, this is our little bee farm. Now, it's supposed to be like a little greenhouse, and this thing's going to serve 2 purposes. One, it's going to be pretty. 2, it's going to produce all the honeycomb we could ever need because I filled the dispensers completely with shears. It should never run out, I don't think anyways. And it's also going to be where we store all our plants and seeds because I did not want to put them in the actual storage room. It just didn't seem like they should go there. They should go in the greenhouse. But yeah, so we just whip up a quick little interior as we're thinking about how we want to attack this trial chamber. And well, we're definitely going to have to gear up just a little bit, but that shouldn't be too big of a deal. All 3 of our farms are done. Now, we still have a couple farms we want to do later on in this episode, but not right now and not right here. But we want to tie this path in. And this is a beautiful thing because this officially completes our city, our capital. This is the last little bit. Anything else I do, I'll probably just do off camera, and it'll be like adding little details to stuff I just left alone, like some of the new tough block into the castle and little bitty things. But as far as dedicating any episodes or times to it, no, this thing is 100% done, and we are ready to move on to a new kingdom. Now it's time to get ourselves geared up. Now, you guys know I normally don't wear a chest plate. I pretty much keep my elytra on at all times. Oh, that stupid anvil just broke. Whatever. Now, in this situation, though, I am going to make one and bring it along because I have no idea whatsoever how difficult the new breezes are going to be. I haven't really researched the new update too much because I like to just find things out on my own for the most part. So we just go ahead and make ourselves the royal tank top because I know you cannot shoot the breezes. They just deflect the arrows. So I will have to get up close and personal. So we got our little tank top here in case we need it. And I'm also going to make myself a shield. I don't really use shields either. I'd rather keep the totem in my hand. However, I'm unaware of whether the shield can deflect the breeze's attack. So I am going to make one and just bring it along. And this is going to be our trash can lid. And, well, it's going to be our forever shield for the rare times we use it. Well, let's get going. All right. Here's our plans for this episode, and I am so excited. Step 1. Well, we've already done step 1. We pretty much finished the entire capital. Step 2. We are going to go about 5,000 blocks north. I believe that's how far it was, to our portal at our little slime fields. We don't really use that slime field since we got our slime spawner of the Steampunk City. And anything north of that will be new chunks. So we are going to find a village and have a cartographer hopefully give us a map to a trial chamber. Yeah, I think we got everything we could possibly need. Like, I cannot think of anything else we could need. Yeah, we should be good to go. Yeah. And then after that, I want to start a new kingdom. I'm not going to spoil that just yet, but it's going to be pretty cool. And then I also, if we have time, I want to get an additional hostile mob in our habitat over at the zoo. I'm thinking maybe wither skeleton. That shouldn't be too bad. I don't even think they burn in sunlight. We'll find out, though. I should probably look that up or something before I try it and waste my time. And then, yeah, we're just going to see what happens and see if I survive this trial chamber. I don't really know what I'm to expect. All I know is I'm going to be fighting stuff and using keys on vaults, I think. I don't know. Let's go find out. And we're back to chapter 2. Man, this has been quite a freaking journey. Sometimes I don't realize how much time I've spent in this world, but it is, I think it's been around 350 hours so far. Oh, anyways, let's go north and try to find a village. Okay, now we got ourselves a village. We're going to quickly steal all their hay bales, and we're going to try to see if we can't get a map. I'm going to need a compass. No compass in our shulker mess, but we do have all the job blocks. So we trade with this dude for some redstone. And we just jump over to a little hole next to the desert. Oh, it's actually in the desert for a little bit of iron. So we can make this compass up and get this map journey going. Alright, let's see how far away this thing's going to be. That's pretty close. Yeah, that's right over there. Kind of sucks that it's in the jungle and not over there, though. Oh well. Alright, I guess it's time to start digging. As we start our first chamber, I'm going to tell you right now, I spend about 8 hours grinding on these things. So I'm going to pick the best footage, and there's going to be some awesome fights, and otherwise it would be a 9 million hour episode. Alright, so there's our first vault. I think that's the super special one. I think we need Bad Omen for that. Now, these first little bouts here, these are just testing the waters before you learn to run and just blitz these things. Now, these bogged, I thought they were going to be a little stronger than they actually are. They're really not that bad. Whenever you put a chest plate on, which I forgot to do right here, if you keep eating your golden carrots, it's not very likely that you're going to die. Now, the breezes that we fight here in just a little bit, they are even weaker. I really expected those to be very, very strong. Like I said, I didn't really research anything. I wanted everything to be a surprise. We unlock our first little spawner there, and it gives us some lame bread. Second one doesn't do any much better. Any much better? Man, I'm so good with words. It just gives us a little potion. But this one here finally gives us something that we're actually looking for. Alright, we got our first key. Now, in this episode, we're straight in it to win it. We're not stopping until we get everything we can. So we start with the pottery sherds. We need 5 of each of them. We also want 2 of the new banner patterns and both the new armor trims. I think that's about it. I honestly don't know what else can be in here, but those are the things that we're after. We open up our first chest after fighting some more of the bogged. Nothing great, honestly. We do get one of the new music discs, which is pretty sweet. It's definitely in the collectible section. I actually just forgot to mention that. And as we go on here, we played a little cautious at first, and here very shortly we just start blitzing everything. We put the bow away, and we just melee everything to death. With the golden apples and the golden carrots, we're not really that worried. And this is by far the most fun I've had fighting in Minecraft in quite a while. We take out our first breezes. Like I said, they are not very dangerous. If anything, they're just like an environmental hazard. Yeah, so we open up a couple more chests, and once again, the loot is disappointing. And right here, we're starting to realize we need Bad Omen, or we're not going to get anything good. Those chambers weren't really giving us anything we really wanted without the Bad Omen. And the fights weren't even all that great, so we needed something to amp it up. So we started murdering captains for some bottles. We ended up getting about 4, and we're going to go back and fight this thing in ominous mode. What are you dudes doing? It's not where you're supposed to be. Ominous mode is engaged. This really made these trials much more fun. They were pretty easy without it, honestly. Even with it, not very hard. It really depends on the spawners you get, but none of them are that difficult. But lots and lots of fun. Alright, let's see what our first ominous trial key gets us. Enchanted apple. And, okay. We pitter-patter our feet along to the next fight. And we forgot to put our chest plate on, so we're taking a fair amount of damage. Nothing that had me too worried, and oh my gosh, that dude just kamikazed. That was actually really cool. That was like some superhero landing stuff. Yeah, so we're just trying to collect up as many keys as we can. And some of these spawners are definitely worse than the others. Like the silverfish one here, whoever is going to die to a silverfish spawner? Okay. Oh yeah, so we got the new float armor trim, and we got 2 diamonds. That one was not bad. And we still got lots of Bad Omen left. Our bow's looking fine. We got plenty of food, golden apples. Yeah, we're going to keep going until we try to get this mace. Ominous Vault number 4. Okay, do we have that one? Pretty sure that's the one we already got. Is there more than one armor trim? As we're watching these guys, I'm wondering, what if I put like wither roses around the spawners? Will they just kill them for me? Like, how easy would it be able to make a farm out of these guys? So, I just realized something. I did not put on my chest plate. I was wondering why I was taking so much damage from these guys. I thought it was just because they were buffed up from the trial omen. No, I just wasn't wearing my chest plate. Honestly, I don't really think I need it. But, for the sake of this series not ending, I'm going to put it on. Alright, I think this is the last ominous vault of the entire chamber. Okay, new music disc. I don't think I have that one yet. Alright, well, I've done every ominous vault in this whole place. At least I'm pretty sure I did. I'm not sure how big these things can be. But I think we need to go find another one. But before I do that, I have to go repair my bow, because I broke it. I might come back here and steal all this copper, honestly. Like, yeah, I'm going to do that. But not on camera, because that would be boring as crap. Alright, our bow's all fixed up, and we're going to try this again. But we're not going back to that one, because we already opened all the vaults. We flew around a whole lot of this world, but I don't think that we went too far to the west, because it's just jungle and jungle and jungle and more jungle. So, I'm going to go a significant distance that way, and try to get another villager to give me a map. Alright, that doesn't look too far away either. Oh yeah, we're gonna do some trial chambers. So yeah, Operation Trial Blitz is a go. And we are looking to get every little bit of things that we need. All the collectible stuff, as I said earlier. And the reason I bring this back up again is because, well, it's kind of weird. All of the rarer stuff, like the rare trim, the stuff you get from the ominous keys, I got so much of it. I got like 6 of the rare trims. Now the non-rare trim, the one you get from the normal key or just the chest in the trial chamber, I didn't get any until the very, very end. And we go through 7 of these chambers. 7. Yeah, until we get it. But I don't really have too many complaints because it was a really, really good fight. I enjoyed it so much. I would even come back here and goof around, just fighting things for absolutely no reason. These kind of feel like what dungeons should have been in the first place. But, you know, the game was early in its stages and, well, it took a while to get to this point. But it is a big, big improvement over your normal little dungeon fight. I truly, truly enjoy it. Just, you know, opening vaults, fighting mobs, you know, getting attacked by hordes of angry toddlers. Yeah, this one right here, for whatever reason, only spawned the toddlers. I don't know why. I don't know if it was just luck or what. But, yeah. And then we finally get our score. Oh, that's it. That's the heavy core. And a Windburst book. Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh. Finally. Finally. Ugh. Seriously? We did 7 chambers, didn't get any of the bolts, and now we just literally got 2 within 30 seconds. Another enchanted golden apple. Ooh, Breach 4. That's actually pretty good. Alright, we're getting out of here. I'm just digging up. Alright, so we're sitting at day 2200. And well, those trial chambers, they were a breeze. You feel free to leave the channel right now for how lame that dad joke was. But I did sort all this out, so you guys can kind of see what you'd expect to get from doing, like I said, I did 7 chambers. Now, this is all the really good stuff, and there were some vaults that I did not open. I ran out of keys or whatever, various reasons. We got enough cores to make 3 maces. We got a trident, which is actually supposed to be one of the really rare ones. We got 6 of these smithing templates here, and at the end, we got the really annoying, apparently for me to get, bolt trim. Fair amount of diamonds, the new music discs. We actually got a lot of those. 4 enchanted golden apples. That seems a little OP. If you collected enough of those, you'd be invincible. Like, yeah. Plenty of the batter patterns, and way more shards than we're ever going to need. And this is just some more overflow. Plenty of decent books. We got 4 of the Windburst. We even got the Breach 4, which is, I think that's what we're going to use on our mace. I don't really think I want the Windburst on it. And then, of course, just other random pickups. There's a ton of stuff I left behind. I just had no inventory space. And tons of copper blocks. Once again, left a ton of it behind. I'm still going to go back and get some as I need it, probably. And, of course, tons of special arrows from the various skeletons in there. And, wind charges. These breeze rods come really easy when you got looting. Like, I don't know what I'm ever going to do with these. They really need to add something else for it to do, because maybe it makes potions or something? I don't really know. And, of course, we collected all the tough blocks. We did not throw these away. These are just as valuable as the treasure loot to me, because I'm going to be using a lot of it. And I probably left about 5 times these potions right here on the ground back in the trial chambers. Oh, the dispensers just were filled with them. Speaking of dispensers, awesome way to get a ton of them. I think I got 2 stacks. Oh, 1.5. I left a lot of the dispensers behind. Like I said, inventory space. And this is just kind of the other just random loot we collected. These here, apparently, a lot of normal dungeons like to generate within the chambers. So if you're looking for a dungeon for a farm or whatever, they're there. Like, I found 3 dungeons out of the 7 chambers. That's a pretty good ratio. And of course, since you're fighting tons and tons of things, the mob drops just roll in. String's really easy to get in here because of the effect that turns things into string when you kill them. But all in all, this was an awesome journey. Yeah, so we got to get to building some stuff. I have just fought my brain out. But first, let's go make this mace. For right now, we're going with Breach, Mending, and Unbreaking. I don't want to do the Wind Charge and whatever the other enchantment is that launches you up in the air just yet, because I don't know how the mechanics work. And if I died to my own weapon, that would be a really embarrassing way to end this series. So until I play around with that, this is what we're going to do. Okay, it's been 600 days since we updated our map. It's a little early to do so, but we're going to do it anyways, because we're turning this thing from a 3x3 to a 4x4. We got a little map haul over here, and oh, by the way, these paintings are fantastic, beautiful. And these are for our next thousands of days, and this is the one we're currently going to be working on. We'll be updating this one over these next 1,000 days. And the reason we want to do this is because we need all this extra real estate for the massive projects we're going to be doing, new kingdoms we're going to be rising up, and just other cool random stuff. So I'm going to go update this real quick. Let's go see how it turns out. There's a lot of things in my life that I'm not proud of. Have I ever embarrassed myself in front of a crowd? Oh, yeah. Have I ever eaten a burrito in the shower? Maybe. But everything I've done in this world, I am so very proud of. Oh my gosh, I love it. All right, day 2200. It's a couple days after now, but roughly 2200. And this is our kingdom. It is massive so far. And this just expanded it out. Now, also, is there any way to get rid of those markers right there? They're really annoying. I don't like them. Anyways, so here's our plans. One, we're going to build a ocean kingdom right here. It's going to be fairly large. And there's going to be a guardian farm included into it. Now, I'm not going to do the normal thing and do glass. The only thing that's going to be glass will be the actual guardian farm. Everything else is going to be like a massive kingdom, probably out of some type of stone. I haven't really figured that out yet. Probably going to be using a lot of the new tough block, honestly. And it's going to be awesome. And here, this is going to be like a smuggler's faction. I'm approaching this like it's an RPG map. Like I said in the last episode, I'm a big fan of RPGs. So I got a steampunk city down here. That'd be the steampunk faction. Over here, we might do some elves. Down here, like a barbarian camp. And we'll just keep going and going and going until this thing is filled up with all kinds of cool stuffs. But right now, I have a lot of grinding to do. So sit back and we're going to have a lot of montages. Now we get ourselves a chorin, and the reason I'm showing this footage is because I want you guys to see how much grind work goes into these larger builds. Now, luckily for us, we are pretty well stocked up from all the previous excavations and stuff we've done. But there's things like sand and other things that we still have to go grind for. Wood's the big one. And this next project we're going to be doing here in just a second, just for the farm portion, is going to take about 10 hours, not including another 10 or 15 hours to make it look cool. Now, we've been needing a place to make potions. Up until now, we've just been doing it over at the bar, but we needed a dedicated spot. So we chose this little house that we built in our little market area, and that's going to be our little brew house. I thought it came out pretty cool. I really do enjoy doing interiors. I might add some little more interiors to the other houses as well. And the last thing we really needed a lot of was a ton of coal. And not just for this, we just need a lot of it in general, but we do need it for this farm. Alright, so if you couldn't tell by now, we have an ocean to drain. We have 18,000 gravel and sand blocks. We have our beacon for once we drain it so we can destroy the monument. We got ourselves 15 potions of invisibility. So we are almost ready to go drain this ocean. However, we are not doing very well on sponges. Got plenty of stuff to dry the sponges out. Not enough sponges. One stack is not going to do. Now, I've already done a couple ocean monuments on camera, and, well, I'm not going to bore you guys to death. I'm going to go raid a bunch really super duperty quick, and if there's anything cool, I'll show it. If not, I'll be back in a minute. Now, this is not the first time that I have drained an ocean monument. It was actually, I believe, one of the first videos I ever posted on YouTube. I think it's way down in the cool stuff for cool people section. And if you watch it, don't judge too harshly. I was very new to editing, and, well, it is what it is. But I still enjoy doing it. Now, we're doing it completely different in this one. Well, not how we drain it, but what we do after we drain it, and after we build our farm. We are going to build a giant, like, octagon-ish type shape citadel. The idea is in my brain. I don't really know how to describe it. All I'm going to tell you is it's going to be pretty cool. Now, draining an ocean monument is absolutely mind-numbing. Let me tell you how your thought process goes. You say, dude, wouldn't it be awesome if I would drain an ocean monument? And then you start doing it, and you're like, okay, well, this is really annoying, and my brain's melting. And then you finish it, and you're like, oh, it's awesome, but I don't ever want to do this again. And here I am doing it for the second time. So, yeah, there's that lovely fact. But, you know what, for the sake of the world and for the sake of the video, I'm enduring it. And, well, we're going to rock this out, and then I'm going to show you what I have planned for this.
Damn. Yo.
32 hours just in gameplay on this episode so far, not including editing. And, well, your dude's brain's a little tapped. I got a little bit left in me, but not a whole lot. This city is not for this episode. This was stage 1. The next episode's going to be stage 2, and that's where we build the city. And, we're going to do some other cool stuff, too, because your boy always have plans on plans on plans. Now, we were originally going to build this city out of the material from this farm, minus the ink we have to go get to make the dark prismarine. But I think I want to do it more of a Greek, I don't want to say Atlantis, but like a Greek ocean city. With like ports coming out here, towers, a grand central capital building, and just cover this up. I was originally going to incorporate this into the city, but I've done that before. And also, I want to use more of the greens, the blues, and the whites in our elven city we're going to be doing way, way, way over there at some point. At least I think that's where it's going to go. And I don't want to overuse my color palettes. So that's our plan for now. But we still have one little thing we want to do before we call this thing an episode. Let's go do that. And that last thing we wanted to do was to put some exhibits in our museum from all the stuff that we grinded so hard for. And instead of doing it with sherds on one side and trims on the other side, we decided each one needs its own section. Like, for instance, this right here is everything we can get from the trial chambers. Now, not everything has, like, sherds and templates. So this one here, this little individual, this is going to be for the wild trim. The same thing with the ocean, the tide trim. That's all you can get from the ocean monument. If there were sherds that would go with it, I would put it in its own section. But these guys are loners. I swear, it is always raining. Like, always. Whatever. Anyways, we have some new exhibits in our museum. And our plan here, as we collect the entire collection of a section, like, obviously, I said this was the trial chamber section, which it is. It has every rare thing we could get from it. But let's say here, we got all the stuff from the trial ruins, all the sherds, all the armor trims. Well, that would go here if it'll fit. If not, we'll make another section for it. And this might get moved around and changed as I go, as I need space. Because, well, I just can't tally in my brain how much rare stuff there is. But all the rare stuff I want to be in here. And when it's done, I think it's going to be really cool. It's going to be modified and adjusted many times, but as we go, it's something I want to work on. Maybe like do one section per episode, maybe? That might be pretty cool. Because we're not done with the city. Like, we're not abandoning it. This is still home. But we're just not doing any big builds. But for now, I am out of time. I need a day to revamp my brain, and then I am going right back to that ocean way over there. And I'm building an awesome city. It's going to be big, and it's going to be quite a lot of work. I truly hope all you dudes enjoyed this episode as much as I had making it. And as always, I hope you all have the loveliest of days. Later, dudes.